Hi folks, I'm Connie Hopper. I received a letter only yesterday from a young individual that met our group probably 40 years ago and hadn't seen us since then. She was raised in church. Mom and Dad took her to church, and she was raised in the admonition of the Lord. And she came to our concerts. We would go to her church and sing, and she came to the concerts. And in this letter, she told about how that she had loved the Lord, but as she got into high school, she began to make decisions that led her away from the Lord. I suppose when you get to a certain age and in with a certain group, you're going to try some of their habits, and she began to try drugs, and she began to do different things, which led her away from the Lord. And after she graduated, she just followed that same crowd, and she got married, she had children, and she lived that way for quite a while. Her mom and dad still went to church, they still prayed for her, they still loved her. And she decided one day that this wasn't the life that she wanted. It was not the life that she thought it was going to be. She knew that her mom and dad still went to church and they were still praying for her. And she came back to the Lord. And she now talks about His goodness and His graciousness and His love for her, His forgiveness, and how He has cleansed her and how He has granted her His grace. And she can't talk about the Lord enough. She shares Christ with her children. It's hard for them to accept because they can remember when her mom did not walk with the Lord. But some of the children have accepted the Lord, and some are still away, and she's still praying for them. She's back in church with her family, and her children are going to church. She has a daughter that's not accepted the Lord, and she's praying for her. And there's been things that's happened in her life since she came to the Lord. But God has been there to help her all the way through, and she knows that. She knows that He is there for her.